Hello, everyone. My name is Zach, and welcome to another Writer's Workshop stream. We're gonna be working on my next book today. I'm actually gonna try to stream a little bit longer than an hour, longer than 2 hours, because I realized that if I keep going like this, then this book will not be finished by the end of the year. So I'm gonna go ahead and resize this. Pull up chat. I'm also going to check the my stream real quick. Testing. That's working great. Okay, so I left off in the middle of a section focusing on the character Georgie. Go ahead and continue. See. Okay, I'm actually going to pull up my notes. Just 1 second while I make some corrections. Oh, hold on. Is that a... That's a run-on sentence right here. This is a really big run-on sentence, so let me go ahead and clear that out. Oh no, this is... Period. Right there. Some way, shape, or mind, Georgie. Okay, this can be an end sentence moving okay, this better. Not as much as run-on sentence anymore. Okay. Here's a comma. I don't know why I leave the comma here. Should be Okay, let's go ahead and pull up my notes. C drive, documents, outline. B. Oh shit. I didn't do something, didn't I? Hold on. Really, the whole point of the scene is to have this section here. Hold on. Pull up my chat. I'm actually gonna do something a bit different in this series because I can't control when ads are coming up and because I'm not really doing much in regards to progress. I need to be able to spend as much time writing as I can, so I'm actually going to continue writing when an ad break comes up. I just won't commentate. I try and avoid commentating so I don't get cut off. That's something I decided I'm going to do. Okay. Uh, I actually need to look this up because I don't know much about the clothing of women. So I'm actually gonna Google something. Because I don't know what type of shoe I'm thinking of, but there's gotta be a name for it. So I'm gonna do something really weird and let's look up the names. Stop it. Look at the names of shoes. So wedges, pumps. I am looking for something specific. Okay, so court shoes is similar to what I'm thinking of. In fact, that actually may be what I'm thinking of. Heels is not it. Okay, so I think it's called court shoes. I'm thinking of a specific type of shoe. This isn't exactly right though, because the heel itself that I'm thinking of was actually shorter. Uh, boots. This is it. This is what I'm thinking of right here. Navy outfits. Navy is a classic color that can provide a timeless, sophisticated look. Hold on. Is that actually what it's called? Really wish they did a close up on the shoes. I kind of. Try Google images. Yeah, that's kind of it. Alright. In my research. Actually, I don't think Georgie would know the name of the type of shoe. So I actually don't think we're actually need it for me to do research into that. Ad break is starting in 10 minutes. That actually what it's called? Women's Hills Arts. Upper sole heel. Counter. Top piece is what it's called. Or heel tip or top lift. Heel tip is what I'm gonna call it. Okay. Something I could talk about was I've been playing this game recently. An interesting game. It's like a game I discovered on Steam. But my fucking god, is a story fucking dark. I ended up like having to quit playing it because dark for me. Like it was, I'm fine with dark stories when there's a balance to it. Like I love Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood had a really dark story, but it's because I was able to stick through it through the dark parts because I knew it was gonna get better in the end. I knew the good guys were gonna win. This story was way, way too dark. My taste. Let's see. I'm actually gonna back more into this sentence here. Ad break is starting in 35 seconds. Okay, so pull up my notes. Outline. So this is all done. So let's go ahead and mark all of this. Now we're on to this. I think the ad break is now over. I didn't have the chat open, so sorry. I was eating lunch earlier. And quesadillas last night. I was having leftover quesadillas, and I got some chicken in my teeth. Probably not a good idea to pick my teeth in stream, especially when the camera's right there, but I kind of had to like clean it up a bit. I should have used hair floss, not my fingernail, but you do. There is something that's been on my mind lately. After I finished the first trilogy, I've been working on a different series, like an intermission series is what I've been calling it. But I have this idea that of what I could do for the series. I've been playing it out more and more every single day, and I think it could work. I think it could be very popular if it were to be released. But I'm definitely gonna need some insight from someone who's kind of more familiar with the thing. Protagonist is gonna be a Hispanic pre-teenage boy, and I don't know much about Spanish culture, so I'm gonna have to hire a shadow writer to just kind of read some of what I've drafted and to make changes to make things more realistic. Want to mix both Spanish language and Spanish culture with a combination of my writing, but I want it to be accurate. But at some point, I'm gonna need to like meet like a Spanish, or it doesn't even have to be a writer. It can just be someone who's well versed in the Spanish culture. You just read what I wrote and make suggestions or changes as he sees fit to make it more realistic. That's something I'm gonna have to try and do one day. Because if you're gonna represent someone from a different ethnicity and a different culture, you have to be accurate and respectful to the culture and the belief. Been kind of lucky so far because most of my characters have been uh, either fictional cultures or cultures I'm already familiar with, and ethnicities I'm already familiar with. But I don't know much about Spanish thing. I'm also unsure if I want to go the Spanish route, like Hispanic Spain kind of thing, or if I want to go indigenous route. and make the person be like from like a native tribe. That both could work. My idea was to have them both, their family be from South America, but that's something I need to figure out in time. See, once again, like I think I mentioned this before, that though I'm kind of like depicting like a bunch of different memberships, relationships, I should say. I've never been in a relationship myself, a real relationship myself, but I do have a romanticized idea of what a healthy relationship would look like and what a realistic relationship would look like if I've never been one myself. The unfortunate thing is, both Alec Lowe's and Janet Lowe's relationship in book one, and how they were both like processing grief in a different way. Uh, Janet was kind of easier to write because I've been in her position before. I kind of experienced a sense of depression before, so I was able to kind of write her in that way. But I also don't know much about grief other than people process grief in different ways. So I don't know if artists, for example, if they lose a loved one, if they use their art to process grief, but I'm assuming they some would. So I'm writing Alice in this way, to just kind of have her just kind of use her artwork to process the loss of her husband, to try and kind of show how she's dealing with grief differently than how Janet did, but also trying to show how, like, a different light, I guess, and how she kind of views Jacob in comparison to Janet. Janet is Jacob's mother. Alice is Jacob's wife. Okay, I need to change some things. Symmetrical geometric. Geometric pattern is called. I just hit the HP help thing, didn't I? Guess not. Gonna remove this. Okay. Okay, so okay, been almost an hour, 20 minutes to an hour since we started streaming. Let's see. Let's see. In purgatory all this time. Break is starting in 10 minutes. Let's see. I need to send them forward. Persuade is a good one. I don't know why some words just leave my brain briefly. Persuade was definitely in my vocabulary, but all I could think about was the word get. Get, get, which is not a very good word to use in writing. Hey, Sandy. Stop it. Once. Hey, feeling great. Will you just fucking stop it, mouse? Okay, I see. Happy Thursday to you too. Ad break is starting in 4 minutes. The I've been working on this book. You do not understand how long it takes to draft a book. I'm not going to be done with this for a while. This is a very big project. I only just finished the outline. Okay. Yeah, no one is able to write a book that is at least over, like, a book this size will at least be over 120,000 words. No one is able to write this book in a matter. It is not almost done. It is not almost done. I'm still in part 1 of 3. I'm at the beginning of part 1. To put it into perspective, my estimation is this book will be at least over 120,000 words. I'm approaching 10,000. So I still have a lot of work to do. It's 120,000 words at least, minimum. 120,000 words minimum in completion, but I'm approaching 10,000 words right now. If I keep working on it, eventually it'll be done. I didn't realize the ad was starting. That break is now over. I don't know why my mouse is having issues. I keep on trying to right click and select a correction in the thing, but it keeps on, like, the menu keeps on going away whenever I hover over it. The also go ahead and pull up my outline because we actually made some more progress on here. So we're crossing this out, crossing this out. You actually don't need to add this line because I can add it in the paragraph, but don't actually need to do this. Okay, I should go back here. I've been gaming. I've been still streaming on the weekend. I'm just working on my book during the week. Although I may have to stop streaming during the week if I eventually find a job. Or at the very least, stream at a later time. See. You got a site where you sell these books or not? I do have a site. It's called BennettSaga.com. Okay, let's go back here. I'll also go ahead and pull up my notes because this is done. Okay, so we are almost done. Got like 3 sections left to read. Right. The indented, I can't tell. Yeah, it is. The glad you like it. Do you build this site yourself or got a friend to do it? I hired an artist to design it. Actually, I hired two. First one turned out to be a scammer and said she could design a website, but she didn't actually know what fucking web design was, and many of the links didn't work. So I had to pay another person to try to fix it. See, someone scammed you, so you had to pay someone else to redo your site. Someone scammed me. I paid this person like $2,000 to design a website, and she not only didn't design it professionally, but she didn't design it right. And to make matters worse, the reason why I know she's a scammer is she had to set a server setting for the website, and turns out the server she chose was in Pakistan, a country that is one of many that is home to scammers. So as soon as I realized, when my other artist showed me that, I realized that she was a scammer and I cut ties with her. What's kind of funny is I called her out on it. I said that she is a scammer because I saw where the server was based in. She just read the message and she didn't respond to me, so I just kind of took it as a admission of guilt. So I had to pay another person like over $1,000, maybe $2,000, to try and completely redesign the website to try and fix everything. Really dumb. Like, I have no respect for quote unquote artists that are either use AI to create their artwork and then pretend that it was their work, their artwork that did it, when it was a freaking computer program that did it. And I have no respect for people that try and scam someone for like an inferior product and have them pay so much money just for something that isn't really that good. No, I don't know where she lives. I just know where the server was based, which is Pakistan. But my server is now based in America. Is where I live. I trust my new artist more than I trust the old one. Fortunately, it's not even the only time I encounter scammers. Kind of like an occupational hazard as a streamer. Eventually, like, scammers will come to you, try and con money out of you for work. I don't know where this artist is at, but I know they are based in America. That's all I know. I actually trust her more than I trusted the old one. This new one I haven't actually worked with seriously since the website was redesigned. But she is someone I'm gonna go to for any new changes I want to make to the website. I break it starting in 10 minutes. Been I actually don't know how long it's been. I finished the website in the second half of the last year, so somewhere around there. Let's see. For once, uh, off. on. I need to actually trying to support you, man, over the last 3 months. I can be tired if you're cool with it. I really back streamers and writers. I appreciate it. Ah. Hope I didn't say anything that bothered you. I get it. With all that's happening, for trusting people and using, I totally feel you. To be honest, you actually started communicating with me after I tried to cut off ties with a artist, or not really an artist, but a scammer who caused me to fall victim to a catfishing scheme. So, and part of me thinks that part of me has been thinking that you might be that person using an alt account. I just haven't really been convinced either way, but it's just the fact that you just started communicating with me after that person just kind of made my life a living freaking hell. Just kind of made me get a little bit distrustful at the beginning. The sync and I'm starting in 1 minute. Okay, so this is now done. Going to outline. Ah, oh my god. Z. Cross out. Out. Cross out. You didn't, why didn't you just get your cash back? PayPal's got I didn't pay her through PayPal, I paid her through, well, the catfisher, I paid her through, Cash App, and there's no way to get your money back on Cash App. No, I'm not in my stream. My stream is still going. At least right now. Then an ad break. Uh, Luckily, I have most of this draft already written. The first part written as part of my master's project, so I can just copy and paste certain sections into my draft. Trying to find it. Oh, I actually screwed up. Alright, so stream for another hour. I'm gonna try and go a little bit longer. Just realized I screwed up a bit. Yeah, this is actually supposed to be... Okay, I screwed up a bit, so I need to reorganize some stuff. I completely forgot about this scene. Control C. Go up. Oh, hey man, is this... I already did copy and paste that. Oh. I don't remember copy and pasting this. I thought I forgot. Huh. Well, caught me surprised. I guess we are on the Michael scene. Actually, pull up my notes. Yeah. Okay, so I did. Okay. All right. Go and copy and paste that Michael scene now. You should drop their info on Facebook and IG so people can report them. I made a comment on Twitter calling them out. Didn't really get many views because I'm not a verified member. But I did call them out. But honestly, as soon as they realized that they're not going to get anything out of me, they eventually stopped harassing me. took a bit of time. Let's see. I'm gonna reread this scene a bit. I remember when I presented this scene here to workshop class. Like, I still remember what some of my classmates said about this. One person was kind of impressed with the fact that how these people, this organization that's kind of discussed here is motivated with controlling the apocalypse in the story. Just kind of like an interesting motivation. Although the character Simon, we see here, uh, he went through many evolutions and since the first draft. But even by the end of my time in grad school, like wouldn't be as developed as he would be by the end of the story, because I only had like so much time to write, so much content to write. Really just checking to see if there's any changes I need to make, but again, like this scene has been edited thoroughly in my time in grad school. Well, what's really kind of fucked up is this person. I told this person at the beginning of the relationship of a moment that was kind of like traumatic for me. When I was in seventh grade, I was bullied by five kids every single day. They made my life a living hell every single day. And one person was the worst of the worst every single day. Like he found like a new way to completely break me. And one day, a cheerleader came up to me and said that she had a crush on me and she wanted to go out with me. So I was being like a gullible kid as a seventh grader. I agreed and I was walking around with her around class, and then my bully came up. Said that now that I have a girlfriend, I have to fight him for her, and I tried to get out of it. And then she said, you aren't gonna fight for me." So I was forced to fight. It just took one punch to the stomach from my bully to drop me to my knees. And then the girl just said, if you aren't gonna protect me, then we're through." That scene just completely emotionally broke me, and since that time, like it kind of caused me to have issues communicating with women especially in my adult life, it kind of caused me to have issues trusting women. And this person, this catfisher, knew what I went through because I told her about it. And she just went and fucking played with my emotions and tried to extort me for money and just blackmail me and just did all this horrible shit. Just did a million times worse than what that person did to me in 7th grade. And yes, I am single. Really just a horrible human being. I honestly kind of think she's the devil. Almost 14,000 words now. I actually kind of think that I want to wrap things up for right now. Like, I made a decent amount of progress. Just want to take a look at my outline. This is done. We can go ahead and cross this out. I will worry about all this next Tuesday, but I made a decent amount of progress today. Looks like that for the next 2, 3 scenes, I can just copy and paste everything, and scene 9 is when I have to draft something new. Scene 10 made small changes. Actually getting close. Yeah. So let's go ahead and save. I think that's actually gonna do it for today. Your Modius I will see today. All the games I cover on my channel will be played for 100% completion. I'm gonna be streaming Far Cry 4 for 100% completion on Fridays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. I'm gonna be streaming SimCity Pets to 100% completion on Saturdays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. And I'm gonna be streaming Saints Row 2 for 100% completion on Sundays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. In addition to that, Tuesdays through Thursdays, I'm going to be hosting live streams focusing on my novel project. Tuesdays and Thursdays going to be writers' workshop streams from 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to be working on my new book. On Wednesdays, I'm going to be hosting a writer's analysis stream where from 1 p.m. to an undetermined amount of time, I'm going to analyze some aspect of my recently published book. This next Wednesday, I'm going to be analyzing the characters, the antagonist Fox and Zara, and their overall roles in the story after the events of Book 1. That's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. And yes, I am on Discord.